Jadon Sancho, once the crown jewel of Manchester United's forward line, now finds himself in a shaky limbo. Frozen out at Old Trafford and caught in the public feud with his manager, the young star is at a career crossroads that could lead him back to Borussia Dortmund. The January transfer window is just around the corner, and Sancho's next move could be the blockbuster deal that sets the tone for the entire season. So, without further ado, let's get started. Jadon Sancho's arrival at Manchester United was nothing short of a red carpet event. The English winger was hailed as the next big thing, a player who could inject flair, creativity and goals into the team. Fans were buzzing, jerseys were selling like hotcakes, and the media couldn't get enough of him. But fast forward to today, and the atmosphere is different. Sancho finds himself in cold war with his own manager, Erik Ten Hag. What started as whispers of disagreements has now escalated into a full-blown public fight. The result? Sancho is now more familiar with the bench squad. The tension between Sancho and Ten Hag isn't just locker room drama, it's a clash of philosophies, a difference in vision that has left Sancho sidelined and questioning his future. And let's not forget, this isn't just any player we're talking about, this is Jadon Sancho, a young talent who is supposed to be the future of Manchester United. So, what went wrong? Was it the high expectations that became too heavy a burden? Or was it a clash of personalities that led to this icy standoff? One thing's for sure, the clock is ticking, and as the January transfer window looms, Sancho might just be eyeing an escape route back to Borussia Dortmund. Currently sitting in a respectable 4th place in the Bundesliga, they're a squad that's got talent, ambition and a fan base that's second to none. Yet, despite their strong start to the season, there's a sense of urgency in the air. Why? Because Dortmund knows that the 4th place isn't where champions are made. Sure, they've got a lineup that can dazzle, but when it comes to that final push, that decisive moment that turns games into legends, something's missing. And that something could very well be a familiar face, Jadon Sancho. The same guy who's now warming the bench at Manchester United could be the one missing piece in Dortmund's title puzzle. And well, Dortmund's management is no fool. They see the gap, they feel the pressure, and they know that a reunion with Sancho could be the game changer they desperately need. And let's be real, Sancho himself might be more than willing to swap the bench at Old Trafford for the roaring crowds in Dortmund. Now, this isn't just idle gossip, it's a strategic move that could redefine Dortmund's season and give Sancho the fresh start he's been craving. But here's where it gets interesting. Money talks, and right now it's speaking volumes. The young winger's market value now stands at just €32 million. So Dortmund is considering a loan move as the most likely option. It's a win-win. Dortmund get their man and United lighten their payroll. And Sancho, he's keen on the move. So keen, in fact, that he'll be willing to take a salary cut to make it happen. It's a small price to pay for a return to form, for a chance to be back in the team where he's not just a player, but a star. So, as the clock ticks down to the January transfer window, all eyes are on Dortmund and Sancho. Will they reunite and turn this season into something extraordinary? Well, the reality is, they will need to make room for him. If Jadon Sancho is to make his grand return to Borussia Dortmund, space needs to be made. And that's where two promising forwards come into the picture, Youssoufa Moukoko and Jamie Bino-Gittens. Moukoko, a young talent who's been turning heads, finds himself in a bit of a dilemma. He's agitated by his current status in the squad and is reportedly available for loan. And then there's Bino-Gittens, an England young star who's hungry for more game time. He started just 2 league games this season and is also a prime candidate for a loan move. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Dortmund is seriously considering loaning out Bino-Gittens to make room for Sancho. It's a strategic shuffle that could benefit all parties involved. Bino-Gittens getting the playtime he craves. Moukoko finds a new stage to showcase his skills, and Sancho, well, he gets to come home. And let's not overlook the agent factor. Sancho and Bino-Gittens share the same representatives, which could streamline the whole process. It's like the stars are aligned, setting the stage for a series of moves that could redefine Dortmund's season. But as we all know, football transfers have competitions. And when a talent like Jadon Sancho is potentially up for grabs, you can bet that clubs are lining up for a chance to sign him. It's not just Borussia Dortmund that's eyeing a move. Clubs from Germany, Italy, Spain and even England are all keen on adding Sancho to their rosters. And just when you thought you had the landscape figured out, in come the Saudi Arabian officials. That's right, the interest in Sancho isn't limited to the traditional football powerhouses. Saudi Arabian clubs have also expressed their intent to pursue Sancho, adding an unexpected layer to this already complex saga. In this crowded marketplace, Dortmund has its work cut out. They have to make their pitch for Sancho just not compelling, but irresistible. Because, let's face it, when you're up against this level of competition, second place just won't cut it. But if they play their cards right, they might get him. Because, think about it, he'd be stepping back into familiar territory, a place where he's already a proven commodity. It's a setting where he can hit the ground running, no adjustment period needed. Yet, the allure of a new challenge can't be ignored. Whether it's the Premier League or another top European league, Sancho has the luxury of choice. Each option presents its own set of pros and cons, its own narrative arc that could define the next chapter of his career. So, where do you think Jadon Sancho will land when the dust settles? Dortmund, Tottenham Hotspur, or somewhere entirely unexpected? Let us know in your comments below.